The name of this video is Dangerous, Risk of Exploding. Why? Can batteries explode? The simple answer is yes. Boat batteries can overheat, catch fire or explode. Excessive heat is usually a symptom of a dangerous underlying issue, such as overcharging, an internal short circuit, thermal runaway, rather than just ambient weather alone. That is why I was so concerned about my batteries. Good afternoon. I'm happy I've got a solution for my battery problem. Now, if you watched last week's video, Day in the Life, you will know that I had a problem with a few of my batteries. One was boiling, basically, it was bubbling away, and the others were not so good either. So basically it was getting very hot, so I quickly turned the isolator switch off, and I've now bought myself 4 new leisure batteries to go in, and today I'm going to be fitting those, and I'm going to be showing you how I do that. We interrupt this program to bring you a special bulletin. Watch to the end to see some video secretly filmed of the solar eclipse on the 12th of August 2026. There's also a bit of good news on the water level front. The locks have been closed for a few days now, and they have recovered somewhat because no water's going through the locks. And as I got to the boat, I noticed it's a good 4-5 inches maybe higher than it was before, because before I could literally step off the boat level with the towpath. Now I have to step down about the 5 inches. Now these are the batteries I've gone for. I have actually got 4, and I'm really happy with what I've chosen. It's 4 115 amp hour 12 volt batteries, and the price I paid I think was very good, because I went to a few suppliers and for the exact same battery they wanted to charge me over £80 more per battery, so I didn't go there, and I've got these for just over £100 each. I do want to try and get these installed today because I've got no electrics otherwise. First job, open up the engine bay. Okay, that's the easy part. And now I've got the engine bay open. It's time to get down there. Right, it is going to be quite tight in here, so I'll be doing as much filming as I can so you can see what I'm doing. But the first job is to take out the old batteries. It's already been isolated, so I can just unbolt everything and hopefully lift them out carefully. I will have to put them in bags because they've got acid over them, so I've got to be careful there. Okay, these are all the batteries I need to remove, those first 4. The end one is actually my starter battery, but that one's okay, I'm going to leave that there for now. This is the isolator switch which I turned off in the last video, and the belt and braces are disconnected, the positive lead on the battery, so nothing could actually go through, and the negative actually as it happens. So I could actually take that first one out because that's disconnected. I'm going to do all of them first, disconnect that is, and then lift them out. There is a strap on there which I need to take off. We have to have that strap on there to make sure the batteries are tied down safely. I dare say you'll see me huffing and puffing now and again. The space is extremely tight. I'm not going to take it all the way out because I don't know how it goes back in, but hopefully I'll have enough plate there just to lift that battery out. Hopefully that'll give me more room to do the others. Oh, it's heavy. First one out. So next job, undo the terminals take the batteries out, put them outside for now because that's where I've got the space. Whew. And it's a bit of a warm day today. Another battery undone. Whew. Okay, that's all the batteries disconnected from the wiring. I've lifted one out, now I've got to lift the other three out, place them in the plastic bags, and I'm just going to put them on the towpath just for now until I can fit the other four. Time to take a breath. Alright, so as you can see, batteries are now out except for my starter one at the end. But you might be able to see some marking. It's a bit like water marking, but it's actually acid marking. So obviously that battery, as you saw from the previous video, was leaking. Not good. I will look after these new ones a lot better. So I do have a battery monitor, so I'll be able to check that every day. Right, time to put in the new ones. Not going to connect them up until they're all in situ and strapped up. And what I need to do is to actually connect this pipe, it's a breather pipe, to the battery. So I suspect that was the problem we had before with them degrading like they did. Position the battery this way around because I want all the positives this side. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but just here I've got covers on the terminals for now. A bit of extra safety. Yeah, it's hard to describe how awkward this is. Maybe you can tell from the huffing and puffing. Surely there's an easier way to do it than this. Maybe take the engine out, then I'll have plenty of room. Right, next. Batteries, I think, are all in position before I connect them. Now, connect the leads and hope for the best. I'll tell you what, I'm sorely tempted to pay somebody to do this, but I'm sort of glad that I'm doing it myself, learning new skills. Okay, so let's see all the negatives on there, and then time to put on the positives. These should be a little bit easier. might even be able to see what I'm doing. There we go, the last one. Right, to me that looks okay. So, next to do the big switch on, see if anything blows up. Now comes the time to turn the switch. Cross your fingers for me. Well, nothing's gone bang. Well, that's a good thing. Right, that's all the batteries in and connected. And as you can see, sun's out. I just want to let you know, I've actually bought myself a battery monitor. That will help me monitor the batteries. Strange that, isn't it? Good name for it. What it will do, I can read it via an app, so I can tell you what the voltage is. It will monitor that and track it over time. It will let me know what the battery power is, and crucially it will also let me know the temperature of the battery, so if they start to get a bit warm I know I've got a problem. Now these are lead acid batteries, and I've got some ports on top where I can open up, check the level of the acid, and then add a bit more distilled water, I believe, if and when it needs it. It's only a tiny little thing, only about that size. As you can see, it's red and black. Just connect those to the battery terminals. Stick that to the side of the battery so it can check the temperature. And then I can connect it to my app via Bluetooth. Excellent. Well, I've got to say I'm proud of myself. Turned everything on, connected everything up with the new batteries. Just connected my battery monitor and it works. Battery's 100%, shows you the voltage. Just show you a picture of that. That's literally a minute after I turned it all on. So it works. At the moment, batteries are just being charged with the solar. So I should be okay tonight. I'm going to enjoy watching a bit of TV later, I think. I think before I have a sit down and a nice cold drink, I'm going to just tidy up where I was working in the engine bay, put stuff away. I'm actually going to put the batteries inside plastic bags, bin bags, just to help with the acid not getting everywhere. Going to leave them until I take them home, and I'm going to dispose of them at my local refuse place, which I believe does recycling of batteries, because if they don't, that means I've got to drive all the way to Swindon to give them back to the place that I bought them from. And I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but they are extremely good value for money at this place. I didn't get any discounts, I'll hold my hand up and say that. I just think that they offer superb prices and good quality products as well. Very happy with my batteries, and they're called The Battery Shop in Swindon. I'm just on my way back from getting some shopping at the supermarket, and the pound that's below the locks where I am is down many feet. Now I have to admit, I've never seen a pound so low. That's a good 4 foot down, maybe more. Something must have gone wrong further down. Water's been let through the locks down there. And as we can see, the mud is appearing on the side. I've just had a nice relaxing few hours there, nice cold drinks, and watched a movie as well. And I've just been thinking about the canals I've just shown you on the previous clips. That section of canal that I was showing you is actually just a few hundred yards long. I haven't been down further to check, but it looks like at least that small section is now devoid of much water, so hopefully that's the limit of it. I don't know if they've done that in reaction to a boat that actually came through the locks late yesterday, which is basically a big no-no. They're not supposed to be using the locks at all. So I didn't catch a name or get a picture of them, otherwise I would possibly have reported them, but because we're all in the same boat, excuse the pun, we want to try and conserve as much water as we can so that we can keep floating and cruising later on in the year when the rains actually come back, which hopefully we'll get some next week. It doesn't look like it's going to be a lot from where we are, but hopefully. I've come out on the foredeck in the bow, and I thought I would do something with my potato plant pot. All the potatoes have been harvested, so now it's time to do something a bit different. I'm going to keep the sweet potato on, but what I'm actually going to do now, which I haven't done before, is plant some flowers. Now it's a bit late in the year, so hopefully they'll still be fine. The weather looks like it's going to be good for them. I'm going to leave it in the shade in the bow so that it gets the best chance, because in direct sunlight that is very, very warm out there. So let me just show you how I'm going to do that. Oh, before I do that, I'll just show you what I'm going to put in. Now these seeds I just picked up 3 random ones because I like the colours. I like purple flowers and I like yellow flowers, so I've got a few there. Some that's called lobelia. I'm not an expert plant person, particularly flowers. Let's get that in the shade. Some viola. This is just a mixed bag, annual flowers. Now some of these are long lasting, so they might come back next year. We shall see. So I'm just going to bring in the pot from outside. Oh, that is warm. As you will see, there's a whole load of green stuff, which I'm actually going to get rid of today, because as I said, potatoes have all been harvested apart from the sweet potato. Let's see if we can get that. So what I'm going to do is to take out as much of the ex potatoes as I can. I'm just going to put them in a bin. Oh, there's a little diddy potatoes in the bottom of there, I don't know if you can see them. Not going to keep those there. Get my trusty trowel. Just double checking there's no other bits of potato in there that are going to rot away and spoil everything. Also just evening out the soil. Now, ideally I'd like to put some more compost in there, but I haven't got any at the boat, so all I'm going to do is plant the flowers, and then I'll get some, and then I'll just do another layer, inch or so across there. Now these flowers, they grow at different heights, so I want to put the tallest ones at the back. Yeah, the assorted seeds, they grow up to 50 centimeters, so I'd like them at the back, and then I'll do like the middle one and then some at the front, and I'm just going to do a line across of each. These supposed to be planted about 5 millimeters down, so quite shallow. They seem like they're loose in the yeah, they are. And yes, I'm sure you gardeners out there are going to tell me I'm doing something wrong, which is fine, I appreciate that. Please let me know in the comments, and then maybe I'll do it right next time. Now those ones I just need to cover up just gently with a bit of soil. I think that will just help with the moisture around the seeds. Now what have we got? Lobelia. I'm going to put these in the middle, and it hasn't got a sowing depth, so I'm going to do the same, and hopefully that will work as well. This one's in a little bag. Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure they were seeds at all. They're such fineness, just like dust. It's amazing. And these again, the viola, they're just under the surface. I'll try and cover up some of those. Don't you find it frustrating when you're trying to open up a bag, you've torn it like you're supposed to, and it doesn't want to play? There you go, done it. Again, a nice little bag. I can feel slightly bigger seeds in this one. Yeah. I'm going to put some of them back in there. So there's quite a few there. Yes, it's probably way too much that I'm putting in here. Right, I need to now water these, so I'm going to get my tray. I'm going to put that down just about there. I'm going to put them down there, and then I'm going to get the watering can and just show you how I do that. It's not rocket science. So what I'm going to do now, I've got my trusty watering can. I'm just going to just generally dampen the soil. I'm not going to get it too wet at this stage, just so that we don't wash away the seeds. The soil is very, very dry at the moment. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'll come back this evening when it's a bit cooler and I'll give it some more water. It's very warm out here on the bow with the sun coming in. I think later on, when it's cooled down a bit, there's a bit more shade on the towpath just behind me. I'm going to be taking a walk up that way, because I remember seeing when I came past, there's some bushes there with fruit on there. I think they're blackberries. There was one that looked like blueberries, but I did an internet search and it looks like they're just berries of some sort, not actually blueberries. Can't remember the Latin name for it. It just didn't say blueberries. So hopefully you'll join me to go for a walk down the towpath. I'm just going for the short walk to go and see if we can find any berries for my pudding tonight. Temperature's still very warm. It's not going to cool down. Thankfully there's a breeze which helps. About 27 at the moment, I think it is. But it feels less in the shade here. Just looking, I think they're a little bit further up, the ones I saw. And just a word, I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier, my power station, Jackery power station, the customer service is superb. I've been having a problem with it. The mains output works fine. However, the 12-volt supply, I would just get a fault and it would trip out, so I couldn't use or couldn't charge anything with the 12-volt supply. So I got hold of them, they got me to do a few resets of the unit. Nothing seemed to work, and then they asked me when did I buy it, where from, and they said okay, we'll send you some packing labels and you send it back to us, we'll send you a new one. Absolutely superb. It's still in warranty apparently, which I wasn't aware of. So I did buy it over a year ago. So superb. I do recommend them for that sort of thing. And I have to say I'm really happy with the batteries. I never realised how bad the old ones were, to be honest, compared to these. It's just incredible, because I've been living with those ever since I bought the boat, what, 15-16 months ago, and they've steadily got a little bit worse. Whereas what I should have done right at the beginning is change them, but that's hindsight, I guess. They are performing extremely well. I've only lost about 30-35% of the power available in the batteries overnight, and I just had like a normal evening, watched the TV, put lights on, that sort of thing, just to see how far it went, because as you may be aware, I've got a battery monitor which works fantastically well. It gives me all sorts of stats on it, even keeps the temperature or checks the temperature, so that's working well. Very happy. Well, I'm not having much luck with finding my dessert. I've seen a few odd ones further up here going back towards the boat. It's a good job I've got some strawberries in the fridge, isn't it? This is an example of what I'm looking for. I'm going to pick the red ones. I think they're not ripe yet. But that one there, that looks really good. It's the biggest one I've found so far. If it'll come off. There you go, it looks nice and juicy. That'll go in the pot. Well, would you like to see my harvest? No laughing. There you go. I haven't tasted any yet because I want to wash them first. Obviously they're outdoors, where birds do things. Once I've washed them, I'll taste one and give you a verdict whether they're sweet or sour. Now, there's two things about my meagre harvest. First of all, my excuse is somebody's already been down there and picked the best ones. Plus, I blame the weather. Very hot, has been. We're just going into our 5th heat wave of the year. We're lucky if we get one normally, so to have 5, that's how bad it is. And here we go, as promised. I've got my strawberries and cream in the bowl. I've got my berries, which I'm just going to sprinkle in there. One left behind. And get myself a spoon. I've got myself a single berry with a touch of cream. I'm going to see how sweet or sour they are. Not bad. That's actually quite sweet. I'm quite surprised. I was expecting them to be sour. Nice. I'll definitely be picking some more if I see some. So if you've enjoyed watching today, please like and subscribe if you're not already. And I hope you'll be back next week for the next episode of me living on the canals. Just going to get back to the boat and start prepping it ready for tomorrow, or the next couple of days actually, because the temperature is going to hit in the mid to low 30s, so 32, 35, that sort of thing for the next 2 days. So I want to make sure the boat's ready for all of that. So take care, and I'll see you in the next one.